Good morning, everybody. Hello, and welcome to Coffee and a Card. My name is Tiffany Almeida. I'm with Pretty and Paper Crafts, and I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator. I go live every Sunday at 10 a.m. Pacific time to bring you super fun, super cute projects using Stampin' Up! Products. I've got some super adorable, sweet, sort of Valentine's, could be anytime, projects using some celebration paper, which I'm going to be giving away as a prize. So make sure you comment with the hashtag Watercolor Melon, all one word. Just you can see it scrolling at the bottom of my screen. That's my giveaway code, hashtag watermelon or watercolor melon. Just like this, watercolor melon, right? Hashtag watercolor melon. And that's going to get you in the drawing for the free pack of designer series paper. So I'm super excited to have you guys here with me. Hi, everybody. Hi, Jan. Good morning. Hi, Karen. Hi, Cheryl. Hi, Becky. Good job. Thanks for doing the hashtag. If you would also hit the share button, that would really appreciate that. That gives me visibility and helps me find new friends. So if you could just take a second of your time and hit that share button, I would greatly appreciate it. If you're watching on YouTube or you're watching on Facebook, welcome. I'm excited to show you guys some fun projects today and play with this adorable celebration stamp set. So celebration stamp set, celebration paper, and this coordinating punch, you guys. Lots of cool, fun new products to play with. So, I wanted to get my catalog out to show you the new punch that coordinates with this stamp set, and that is the Modern Oval. Add this to your must-haves for punches, you guys. It is an awesome punch. It punches out not only this full watermelon, but it can also do the half watermelon. So it's a great use of two of the different types of stamps here on the stamp set. And page 54, I believe it coordinates with another. I think it just shows you that it can fit a lot of our sentiments. And you can resize it. You guys have played with punches before. You know how that works. You can play and make different size things. So definitely check that out. Looks like this is a bundle. You can get the Modern Oval Punch in a bundle with this stamp set for 10% off. So you could get this pretty stamp set. Now, this is actually, just kidding. This is actually the holiday catalog. I don't know why I had this out. This is the holiday catalog, not the new mini catalog. So Modern Oval Punch, though, I believe is still current. It's 162234 is the number for that. 162234 Modern Oval Punch. Sorry, I grabbed the wrong catalog. Okay, that was embarrassing. Anyways, let's go ahead and I'm going to show you guys today's projects. This is a celebration stamp set, meaning it is free with a $50 purchase during celebration. January, February, ends February 28th. So you will want to add this to your list when you place your order. I turned my watermelons into kind of some Valentines because my husband loves watermelon. He is not a sweets guy, but he's so much of a fruit guy. Like he wants fruit for dessert every night, and watermelon is his top favorite. Loves watermelon juice, just eating watermelon year round. He's always looking for watermelon. So it's kind of funny, but I thought, this will be perfect to make him a sweet little Valentine. Now, the paper that I'm going to be giving away today as my prize is called the Most Adored Specialty Paper. This is free during celebration. I'm going to be using it on today's projects, but it is so perfect for Valentine's Day. It's got the gold, it's got the pinks and reds. It's super pretty, and we're going to play with some of that paper today. This is also free with a $50 purchase during celebration. You can't get it any other time of the year, so you'll want to stock up now and get it for your Valentine's. So first of all, I have these cute little pocket back hand sanitizers. Now, I don't think this is a current scent. It's probably a summer scent, watermelon lemonade. but I have a drawer full of these things. I have a problem. I have an addiction. So I pulled out some watermelon ones and thought, okay, we're going to make this cute little watermelon holder, and just create a fun little sweet Valentine that we can give to our friends. It doesn't even have to be a Valentine. It can just be a whenever. And I used some retired twine, some green twine that I thought went really well with this. And then this ribbon is part of this combo, the Real Red and Burlap ribbon. So it's a really nice, soft, satiny ribbon. And I thought that went really well as well. So this is the cute, quick, easy little hand sanitizer holder. Okay. Well, then I saw a demonstrator online, and I think her name was Connie. Dang it, I'm drawing a blank. But she used the celebration paper that most adored, and it was white with this gold inlay. And she used the new brayer, which mine's already picking up pieces. I'm gonna have to clean it. But she used a new brayer, and she colored it with the green to make it look like a watermelon rind. And I thought, oh my gosh, I have to try that. It was so cool. So I'm going to show you guys that technique here. We are using, this stamp set doesn't have any sentiments. So we're going to be using a lot of other stamp sets that have kind of that sweet, you know, I'm looking for things with sweet in it. So this one says life is sweeter with you. And this is using the Share a Milkshake stamp set, Life is Sweeter with You. And you can use Be My Valentine. I put You Are My Happy Place. Isn't that sweet? So that sentiment is in another great stamp set called Happy Labels. This is an awesome stamp set. Life is better with you. You're going to be amazing parents. You've got the biggest heart. I'm so happy you were born. You are my happy place, which I used today. There's no one like you. Love you and miss you. I just want to hug you. And just to know, so many sweet sentiments. Happy Labels 160685 is the item number for this. This is still current, and it's freaking awesome. Great sentiments. So I used You Are My Happy Place. This could be a great little card for my husband, because again, he likes those watermelons, but it could also be for a really sweet friend or your mom or whoever just needs a pick me up. Okay. And then my last one, since I was so inspired by the watermelon, I decided I want to make my own watermelon using the new deckled circle dies. The deckled circles, you guys, are phenomenal. You need these in your life. Look how big they are. It's like the size of my hand. So wonderful and perfect if you want to make a watermelon Valentine. I thought these were so cute. These would be so fun to do for like a kid's Valentine's, like in a class, or just for that special someone. This would definitely be a great Valentine for my husband. I used You Are from You Are My Happy Place. I just stamped the You Are. And then I used the really awesome new, and I showed you guys this last week, the mini alphabet dies. These dies in the mini album or the mini catalog are freaking awesome. 162934. You guys have to add these to your list. So great. So we're going to use these dies to make our little personalized one in a melon sentiment. Isn't that so cute? And it's called a rocking card because it will rock back and forth. And then on the inside, I said, there's no one like you, because you're one in a melon, right? And that is also, where's it at? There's no one like you. It's also in that happy label. So this and this, they just go so great together. You guys, super cute. So I'm going to get started. We're going to start making these projects. They're so fun. I'm going to start by doing our cute little pocket back hand sanitizer holder. So easy. We'll do that first, and then we'll go on to the card, and then we'll save the little melon for the last. And I know this isn't actually using the Watercolor Melon stamp set, but it was definitely inspired by it. So still wanted to show you guys that project. Okay. So questions before we get started. I saw someone make a pizza out of the watermelon set. So cute. What a great idea to do pizza. I love that. I love when you can turn a stamp set into something else. Like you can use it for so many different things. I love that. You could cut out a whole deckled circle and do like slices of pizza in the deckled circle. That would be so cute. I love that. Thanks for sharing, Amanda. Now I'm going to want to play with it. It's snowing again. Not in my house. It's freezing rain, you guys. It's like a sheet of ice outside. I let my dogs out and they were sliding. They couldn't even like get into the snow because it was just a sheet of ice on top of the snow, and I felt so bad for them. It's nasty out there. I told my husband, I was like, oh, drive safe, because he had to go to work. So that's the Tri-Cities for you. We always have ice. Yay, us. Okay, so this little hand sanitizer, and we're not going to use, well, we could actually use the punch for this one. We'll set that to the side for now. I used shaded spruce for my green, because shaded spruce is a great color for the rind of a watermelon, right? I've seen quite a few watermelon in my time that have this nice darker green. So shaded spruce is the color. And this piece is 2 inches by 9.5 inches, and it is scored at 2 places, scored at 4 1/4 and 5 1/4. Okay. And I'm just folding and burnishing along those score lines. So 2 inches by 9.5, scored at 4 1/4 and 5 1/4. And then we're going to take this punch, and I love this decorative edge right here. And we're going to punch all 4 corners of this piece of cardstock. I don't know why I'm drawing a blank. So you have this fun decorative edge. Now you can also make your life super easy and just use a tag topper punch that you have, if you have a tag topper. But I just really like this decorative edge punch, so I'm going to do that. Now, if you want to match, so I punched in this corner. If you want to match this direction and everything, because they're not the same, right? You've got this like rounded part and then a divot kind of thing. If you want the same image on the other side, you've got to flip your cardstock over and then punch. Okay, so that you get the same pattern, but it's opposite. So we're going to do that on this side. Now we've got the 2 edges that match. And then I just turned my punch around so that I have this little slit here. And I'm just going to try and center my piece of cardstock as best I can and punch, and do the same thing on the other side and punch. Okay, so we've got our little opening there in the center, and we have that cute little decorative edge. All right, now we are going to take this gorgeous, look how pretty the backside is. I love those little gold hearts. This is that Most Adored Designer Series paper, specialty designer series paper. And we're just going to glue a piece of it on the front and the back. And I just love this pink and red plaid. I think it's so cute. And I think that it goes perfectly with watermelon. So we're just going to put some adhesive on the back of this. By the way, guys, you'll be happy to know that I got myself some adhesive. I am back in action. I was so desperate. Like, I was so out of adhesive, but I'm stocked up for a good time now. We're good to go. And I'm feeling a little bit more creative, you guys. Like, I was hitting a real creative block and not feeling very motivated to get in my craft room. And now I'm feeling the juices flowing a little bit. So it makes me happy when that roadblock finally ends. A demo made a puppy out of a watermelon set? The heck? Like, with the... I need to see that one. Jenny, you're going to have to share the video with me. I want to see them turn a watermelon into a puppy. I love shaded spruce, Adrian. It's such a pretty, pretty color. So, and doesn't this pink and red look so cute with the green? I love it. All right, so we are going to cut up the sides. So, oh, this piece, sorry, I'm just going along here. This piece is 3 by 4. So 3 inches by 4 inches, and it's scored at 1 inch on all 4 sides. Okay, and I just folded and burnished on those score lines. So 1 inch, 1 inch, 1 inch, 1 inch. And then we're going to take our scissors and we're going to cut up the long sides on those score lines. So cut up there and cut up there, and then flip it over. Do the same thing on the other side. Cut up there and cut up Now you'll want to miter these edges just so that you have a nice clean look in your box. And this is going to be the thing that holds the hand sanitizer inside of the cute little box. So just cut the edge. I'm just mitering these corners so that, again, when I glue it all together, it looks nicer. Okay. Now we're going to just build up this box. You can use tear and tape, liquid glue, seal, whatever adhesive that you prefer. I'm just using seal. And we're just going to fold in those tabs like so. And we've got our little box. Okay. And this is what our hand sanitizer is going to sit inside of. All right. So now for the, we're going to flip our tag piece over and we're going to use some liquid glue and we're going to put some adhesive on the back or on the bottom and we're going to glue it to the middle of our cardstock there between the two score lines. And the nice thing about liquid glue is you just have that wiggle room. Okay. And then we're going to take a little bit more adhesive and we're going to put it on the back side or just one side, whichever side you want to be the back. We're just going to put that on the back of the flap there. This is going to kind of keep it, it's going to look a little bit more finished and it's going to kind of keep everything a little bit more sturdy, just having that support in the back so that when you open it, it's just the front, that flap that goes down and the rest of it stays up. You could even put a piece of designer series paper inside. I think I might do that actually, to the inside of here to kind of give it some more cuteness. You can even put a white piece of cardstock here so that you can write a little sentiment on the inside. Actually, I really like that idea too. Just full of good ideas. So I'm going to cut this piece down to the same size as the, the same size as the designer series paper. Actually, maybe a little bit taller. Let me see. So this would be, maybe I'm going to do 3.5 by 1 7/8. So this designer series paper is 1 7/8 by 3 3/8. I'm going to go 3.5. I'm going to go 3.5 by 1 7/8. It's basically the same thing. So 1 7/8 by 3.5. And see, when I glue this down to the inside, before I glue this down to the inside, I would want to write my sentiment here. That's going to make it so much easier when you go to assemble it. That way you're not trying to stamp or write on it when it's already built. But I'm just going to glue this inside so you guys can see the idea, the general way that this would work. Like so. You could also do a piece here if you wanted. You could put designer series paper here and then white here for the sentiment. So many different ways that you can do it. But this is what it would look like. And you could have a sweet little message there, maybe even hidden behind the hand sanitizer. Oh, look at Yanni had the same idea. Okay, thank you, Jenny. Jenny said it was a swap card for that puppy from that turned the watermelon that was turned into a puppy. Super cute. Okay. Now for the ribbon, I used this beautiful red, real red ribbon. That's a combo with the burlap ribbon. And I think what I'm going to do is just string one end through like that, and just cut it down to size. You don't need very much. And I think I'm going to tie a little knot there to kind of hold it in place. And then I'm going to take my retired, this is retired, you guys, and it's part of that fan baker's twine. It's, I think it was like a masculine set we had, and but this is the dark green, and I thought, oh, this goes really well. So I'm just going to tie a little bow with it. I think this is supposed to be garden green, but it's really close and you can totally pull it off. And I'm just going to tie a bow, if I can, with my clumsy fingers. I hate when the ribbon or the twine gets all twisted. Don't twist up on me. Okay, well, let's cut that down to size, and then I will, usually I can get it to untwist by like kind of pulling on it. There we go. Okay, so we've got our ribbon and our green baker's twine. You could use white too. White would work, or if you have pink, really anything would work. Even linen thread would work really good for this. Okay, so now we're going to do our watermelon. So let's get our scrap of basic white, and we're going to get our stamps, which I have them on blocks already. So I used the half watermelon and the one that has the bite taken out of it. I really like this one. And then there are, it's a 2-step stamp. Well, almost 3-step actually, because we have the rind, which that one goes there. And this one that looks like a big smiley face goes with that one. So we have those, and then we need the seeds. Okay. So the seed stamps, there's a set of 3 and there's 1 individual, which are great. So you have some, variety. Okay. Hi, Miss Becky. Oh yeah, smart. So Yanni said you can add a dimensional to the bottom of the hand sanitizer so it sticks and it stops wiggling around. So if you want that to have a little bit more stability and not fall out, you can definitely do that. Okay, so I'm going to do my little half circle kind of watermelon piece. And this is meant to look like this. It's meant to be watercolor. So if you think this is like, oh, I didn't stamp it right. No, you did. This is how the stamp is set up to ink. It's set up that way. So it's kind of cool. So it's not going to be perfect. It's not meant to be. Then we're going to use shaded spruce for the rind. So I'm going to use this half circle rind. Just stamp the bottom there. And then we're going to do the same thing for our second piece here. And the triangle piece. I love watermelon to be in the triangle shape. I always cut my watermelon so it's a triangle. Okay. So there's that. And then we're going to do the seeds. So I did the seeds in black. And we're going to keep the red out because I need to do the sweet friend. We need to do the friend here. So we'll do that too. So black ink for the seeds. And so for this one, I'm going to use the set of 3. For this one, I'm going to use the single one. Because you ever seen those watermelons that have like kind of a row of seeds like this? So I kind of did that. I just did the row of seeds going around. And then this one is going to be the triangle. Okay. So we got those. All right. So for the for this, I stamped the word friend, and that is from Sweetest Cherries stamp set. This word here. This is a great one too if you want to use for the watermelon sweet. You could do sweet birthday wishes, life is sweet, yeah, all kinds of things. And anything that the sweet plays on, you could use for watermelon because watermelon are sweet, right? So I'm going to stamp friend. This would make a great little friend Valentine. Okay, so stamp that, and we're going to fussy cut that out. So we are good to go on that. All right, now I'm going to show you the punch, the modern label punch, and how it works on the half circle. So you just lay this in here. And then all you got to do is just one simple cut straight across the watermelon. Boom. And then you can round the corners a little bit if you wanted. There we go. And okay, so there's my watermelon. And we're going to fussy cut this one. This one's just a giant triangle with a little piece chewed out. I didn't think I liked this stamp set, and then I realized, oh wait, I have a husband who loves watermelon. This is the perfect set. But I'm a big lover of puns, and so I wish there had been some puns already built into the stamp set. That's the only thing. But you know what? I made my own. When you don't have one made for you, you got to make your own. All right, so this is the most tedious part here. It's just cutting out the word. So we're just going to cut around the words. Now, you don't have to do that. You can make this a little label too. But I, you know, glutton for punishment. I like to cut things out and take more time and more work. So I'm just cutting around the words. It's not exact or perfect. Nothing that I make ever is. I need to go to Bath and Body Works and check out what Valentine's scents they have for these pocket back hand sanitizers. I got so many of these suckers. I stocked up during COVID to give as gifts, and then it just became another addiction. And I'm not a big user of hand sanitizer. I like soap and water better. And my husband actually hates hand sanitizer. It makes him sneeze. So I don't use it. I don't keep it around him. Okay, so last thing we need to do before I assemble is we need to cut the word sweet. And I just took a scrap of real red and I put some adhesive sheet behind it. And we're just going to cut out some letters to use for the word sweet. So I need S and W and T, and I need some E's. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut this piece in half so that I have enough for the top and enough for the bottom. See how I am? All right. So let's go ahead and move everything out of the way here. Bring the machine in. Yeah, same here. Same here. You have over 100 sprays. Amanda, so this reminds me that my daughter is like that. She like collects body sprays. It's so funny. And they all smell so good, but they don't last. So like I mostly, my husband's funny. He'll use body sprays, but like as room sprays. He'll spray the room occasionally. And I'm like, all right. Oh my gosh, Amanda. Okay, so Amanda likes body sprays from Bath and Body Works, in case anybody's wondering. In case anyone wonders what to get Amanda. Well, maybe not to get Amanda, since she has so many already. But she likes good smelling things. Okay, so the nice thing about die cutting using the adhesive sheets is that the letters stay in place until you're ready to peel them up. So, and I love that there's multiple of the same letter so that you can just run it through once and have all the letters you need. All right, so we are going to adhere our little fruits down to our project here. And I like to hang things off the sides a little bit. So we've got a little bit of the watermelon hanging off the side, and then we're going to bring our second watermelon piece slice here and put that right about there. Should be good. Move it around till you're happy with it. Okay, and then we are going to put our word sweet. So again, like I said, when you're ready to peel this word off, it's ready to go. It's already sticky. So sweet. So easy when they're already sticking. You don't have to worry about liquid glue. And I feel like the adhesive sheets are a little bit forgiving too. So like if it doesn't stick down in the right place on the first try, you can kind of pick it up and stick it down again into the right place. So it's kind of nice. But yeah, these alphabet dies are so great. Sweet. Okay, so there's the word sweet, and then we're going to do friend. And I just put some adhesive on the back of friend. And glued that to the bottom. And I did overlap the S and the T a little bit, but I like the way that that looks. If you don't like that, you can put sweet up above and friend down below. There's so many different ways to do that. But isn't that cute? And it hardly took us any time. I really like the white paper in the background too, so you can write a little message. So fun. Okay. So that's the first project. Now we're gonna do this one and this really cool technique with the paper and the sponge brayer. So let's get the supplies for that. So remember I said that this designer series paper is the celebration paper. It's got the gold on it. The backside are these cute little hearts. And we're going to color the white using the sponge brayer to make it a green background. And it's going to be perfect for Valentine's Day. I'm sorry, not Valentine's Day. For watermelon. It's going to look like a watermelon rind. My brain's scattered. Okay, I'm just going to clean off these little fuzzy pieces of paper and stuff that got on my brayer. I don't want to transfer any junk or gunk onto my ink pad when I use this. So clean that off. I'm going to use Granny Apple Green ink. And this is a process. So, you know, you can always practice this using a scrap of paper. But it's a process, I guess is all I can say. I'm going to use a scrap underneath here so that I don't get my workspace too messed up. But you're going to just ink up your roller. Okay, and I just re-inked my ink pad, so I'm hoping it's not going to be too... Look at that. Don't worry about the lines. We're going to take care of that here in a second. I'm going to go from the bottom, go up. Look at that. So cool. I'm going to come from the top going down, kind of filling in those white areas. So cute. Okay, now I recommend, and I'm going to do a little bit more on the bottom. Make sure you have your spokes facing up so they don't hurt your ink pad. Okay, that's good. So, once you do this, you want to kind of take a paper towel or a baby wipe or something. And if it's a baby wipe, don't let it be a really wet baby wipe. Let it kind of be a dried out baby wipe. But you want to wipe down the paper to get any excess ink off of the gold because you want the gold to shine. So I'm not going to use a super wet baby wipe that I have, but I have this one that's kind of dried out. It's not even wet anymore. And I'm just going to kind of rub it against my paper, and it's going to lift off any grain that's on the gold, and the gold will just kind of pop up a little bit better. So this is our watermelon rind. Super cool technique, right? I love that sponge brayer. It's just so cool. I'll save my little scrap in the background for later. Okay. Let's see. My connection is bad. You are blurry, but it's on my end. Oh no, Yanni. Oh no, Amanda. So you know what's so funny about those alphabet letters? I did the same thing. Well, not me, my kids. They used to help me die cut letters all the time. And the other alphabet set where they're all individual letters, they lost like a bunch of letters. And so I had to buy a second set. And then I think they lost some of those. And so it's like between the two sets, I can build the full alphabet, but it's just, oh my gosh. I'm like, kids, you don't understand. My stamps are, my dies are precious. Yeah. So anyways, okay. So we've got the background. Now this is a 4 by 5 1/4, and I'm putting it on a piece of granny apple grain. That is our standard, what is it? 8.5 by 5.5, 4 1/4. Uh-oh, my internet is going wonky. Let's try that. Okay. So I'm going to glue this down, and then I also have a piece of basic white cardstock that is 3 by 3.5, and then I have a piece of gold that is 3 1/8 by 3 5/8. So it's 1/8 of an inch bigger, and this is going to be our border around this piece of basic white. So we're going to do some stamping on this, and then we'll glue that down. So we're going to use the watermelon, but not yet. We're going to use the watermelon leaves and granny apple green ink. And we're going to stamp some watermelon leaves on the back, or some vines, not leaves. I guess they're vines. We're going to stamp this in the background of the card right there. Okay, so background, 2 leaves. Then we got to do the sentiment. Life is sweeter with you. So the sentiment, life is sweeter with you, is from Share a Milkshake. Life is sweeter with you. So I'm just going to put this on a block, and we're going to stamp it right down here at the bottom in real red. So let me get this on a block. And real red. Me too. I love, and this is not my idea, this watermelon rind. This was a demonstrator's. I found it on Pinterest, and I was like, oh my gosh, this lady is genius. So stamped life is sweeter with you down at the bottom. Excuse me. We need to keep the red, and we're going to get a scrap of paper. We get a scrap of basic white. So we're going to stamp our watermelon. We're going to stamp the full watermelon, and we're going to stamp that slice again that I really like. So get your Granny Apple Green and stamp the full watermelon and stamp him sideways. I don't like the way that looks. I'm going to try again. I think what I need, because I'm using my glass mat and this is not a foam stamp, I need a piercing mat. I'm going to try that. Try piercing mat this time. Make sure I get good coverage. So this is what you kind of want to see. You want to see the lines of the watermelon. Okay. And then we're going to stamp the slice of watermelon. We'll do that right there. That's it for the red. And then we're going to do the rind of the slice in Granny Apple Green. I just want to make sure I clean the shaded spruce off that I used already. No contamination. No cross-contamination. Okay. And then we're going to stamp that at the bottom of our watermelon. Like that. And then we're going to do some seeds. So I'm going to do the set of 3 seeds in basic black or memento black. And I want to do, where's my little seeds? Here they are. So I'm going to do a set of 3 seeds here. But I also want to stamp some seeds around the sentiments. Like that. Okay, so I've got my seeds. And now we can use our punch, our modern oval punch, to punch out the one big watermelon. And unfortunately, this watermelon is not round enough to punch that one. I wish I could show you, but it's kind of an awkward place. So I do have to fussy cut this one, but that's okay. It's just a triangle. It's a really easy one to cut out. And then we'll just cut out the bite marks. And I'm just going to round this a little bit. There we go. Okay. So I've got those. So let's glue. Let's glue this down to the piece of gold foil. Like so. And then we're going to glue our watermelon. So this one I'm going to glue kind of off to the side a little bit. And then this one I'm going to do dimensionals, pop it up. Pop it up. And we're just going to put that right about there. Perfect. And then we're going to put some adhesive on the back. And we're going to glue that down to the front of our card. Now, I like to do mine a little crooked, but you can do it however your heart desires, whatever makes your heart happy. And then we are going to use some gold and silver trim combo. Now, I don't even know if this is still current, but I like the gold. And I like the how thin it is. This was, I think, from the holiday catalog, but maybe it's from the main catalog. Did not check. I apologize. If somebody wants to check, the item number is 161633. But it's just the perfect, prettiest little gold ribbon. And so I just tied a little bow. We'll stick that down to the bottom of our card there. And then for the inside, I used "You Are My Happy Place." So I just love that sentiment so much. It is from Happy Labels. You are my happy place. Sweet little sentiment. So I'm going to put this on a block and stamp it in red. We're going to bring our ink pads back out because we need to do another watermelon for the outside or for the inside. So you are my happy place. Oh, don't put it away. We need to do our little half watermelon right above. And then our rind. And again, we want to clean this off. No cross-contamination of color. Like that. Okay. And then we're going to do some seeds. And I'll clean these off here in a second because my workspace is getting smaller and smaller. Okay, so I'm going to take the single seed. I'm going to do my same little bloop, 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 and bloop. And then we're also going to do some little seeds off to the side. Cute! I love it. Okay, so we're going to just make sure that ink is dry. Put some adhesive and stick that down to the inside of our card. Isn't that cute? I freaking love it, you guys. So dang cute. Okay. Definitely one of my tops. I love it. All right, so I'm going to clean some of this off. And we're going to make our little rocker Valentine, melon Valentine. So cute. And we're going to use those deckled circles, you guys. If you don't have the deckled circles, oh my gosh. What are you doing with your life that you don't have those deckled circles? They are phenomenal. Now, item number for the deckled circles, 162286. You're going to want to get these at least before the new catalog comes out, because what if they go on the retiring list and they sell out within a hot second? Because that's what happens when they get these dies. They put these like really popular dies out on a retired list and then they sell out like hotcakes. And I do not want you to be crying later because you couldn't get the deckled circles. So add those to your next order. Up your order to $50 and get the watermelon set for free. Just saying. That's what you need to do. Deckled circles, the alphabet dies, the modern punch, and then get your watermelon stamp set for free. And I think it probably might be really close to $100 order, and you can just up it to $100 and get the Most Adored Designer Series paper that I'm using today. Boom. I just gave you your next order. There you go. Okay. Cleaned all my stamps off. Look at that. This is why my fingers get so messy, because I use baby wipes to clean my stamps and the ink transfers from the wipe to my hands. Okay, so we don't need any of these stamps. We're just going to use There's No One Like You. So I'm just going to take the watermelon one and put it away. And then we're going to use the You're My I mean, you are. So we'll keep these two. Those are the two stamps we're going to use. The rest of this we can put away to kind of give us some space. They do look like a tie-dye watermelon, which is another cool way to color. Have you ever done the baby wipe method where you put ink on a baby wipe and then stamp into the baby wipe? That's a fun method too. And then you can get some kind of tie-dye looking colors. So I'm just going to put these away. Don't need any of this. My husband's going to be surprised when he gets his watermelon card. Like, you know me so well. And I'm going to say, you're right, I do. All right, so we're going to put this sentiment away in the milkshake set. And then the friend away in the cherry set. Do you remember our little template we made way back in the day? We have a lot of cute fruit sets that I love. Okay, so deckled circles. Sorry, my sister tried to call me and messed up my connection. So we're going to go back in. I don't know why. Let me put my phone on Do Not Disturb. Then we'll go back in. Apologize. Little what is it? Like a intermission. 2 seconds here. Now there's an echo. There we go. Okay. I think we're back in service. Apologize for that. I really should just put my phone on Do Not Disturb right away. Okay. Sheesh. Okay. So 1 in a million. We've got our 2 stamp sets we're going to need, or 2 stamps we're going to need. Put all these blocks away now that I don't need all these stamps out. And I'm going to show you guys how to make this super cute watermelon. Little watermelon Valentine. So cute. There's no one like you. Okay. So these are the dies we need. Deckled circles, alphabet dies. Hi, Becky. Okay, I'm back. I know. Thanks, sis. Okay. So, supplies we need to make this. We need a piece of Granny Apple Green cardstock. And we are going to use the second largest deckled circle for the rind. Okay, so we're going to do this. Okay, then we're going to take the piece of Flirty Flamingo and we're going to cut it with, I think it's the 4th. Let me double check. Nope. The third largest circle is in the Flirty Flamingo. Then I have to remember. Then the 4th largest circle out of the designer series paper. So this is that same designer series paper, but now we're going to use these cute pink hearts. Okay, so those are the 3 circles we need. We're also going to cut a circle out of basic white for the inside. We actually only need half a circle, so we'll do that next. Then we'll die cut our letters for the word one in a melon. Okay, so let's do that. Let's cut this down. I'm going to do the same thing with the real red, where I'm just going to cut it in half so that I can kind of capture all the letters that I need in 2 swipes. All right, here we go. Here we go. So the base, and I want to tell you also that this card fits in an envelope, a regular standard envelope. So if you're worried about the size, this is smaller than our normal envelope. So you don't have to worry about that. So this is a 5.5 piece of cardstock. You need 5.5 width to cut the whole circle. This is the second largest circle in the deckled circle dies. So there's our largest, and just be careful when taking the tear and tape or the washi tape off. Okay, and then we've got our DSP. And then our Flirty Flamingo. Now, while I'm cutting out this Flirty Flamingo, I'm also going to cut out the heart. And the heart that I used is from another die set. This one is Hooray for Surprises. It has this great heart here. You can use whatever heart you have. This is the heart I have, and this is the heart I'm going to use. But I'm going to cut that out of Flirty Flamingo as well. Okay. Keep this die, the one that you use to cut out the Flirty Flamingo, because we're going to cut out a piece of white for the inside, the same size as the one we used to cut the Flirty Flamingo. So I have a scrap here, and we only need half of the watermelon, so we're just going to eyeball half and cut that out. Okay, so now we have that, and we can put our dies away. Oh, actually, no, we got to cut out our letters, so let's go ahead and do that. So, one in a melon. So we need the let's see. We're going to do this. We're going to cut these two out. Oops, I put it on my top layer. That's not what I wanted. Make sure this is okay. Makes me nervous. We'll see how we do. If we need to do more, we can do more. Oh, fun, Bonnie. What are you playing? What game are you playing? Sweet. I did that so good. I'm so proud of myself. Love these letters. Okay. All right. We are ready to assemble. We've got all the pieces and parts. So first thing we want to do is get our fold down the middle of our deckled circle. You can do this a couple different ways. You can try to measure and put it in your trimmer and do the score line. I found that it was just easier for me to fold it like a hot dog, come to the middle with my bone folder, push down, and then push out each way and just get the fold that way. That was just the easiest way for me. So I'm going to do the same thing for all of my 3 circles. So there's my flirty flamingo. Now for this one, we just want to make sure that our hearts are straight down as best as possible. So just make sure they're going in the right direction, like so. Okay, so now we've got our hearts, our flirty flamingo, and our green. Now get your granny apple green and flirty flamingo ink and a sponge dauber, and you can sponge the edges of your cardstock and your DSP, and it's just going to give a nice kind of, I don't know, it just, and I did that with this one, so you can kind of see, just makes it pop a little bit more. I don't know why, but I like it a lot. So I'm going to do that again. I'm just going to take this pink, this flirty flamingo, and just sponge the edges. I am going to do the back and the front. That way, no matter what side of the card you're looking at, it's got that same sponged edge. And you don't need to go all the way across the fold because this is going to be covered with the DSP. So just go across here. Okay, and we're going to do that same thing with the DSP as well. So pink edge. I know some of you distressors out there, you are going to be so happy at me because I did this. It's totally worth it. I'm going to do both sides. And it's probably, you probably can't even see or tell the difference on the camera, but I can tell it in person. So, okay. Now we're going to get our green and do the same thing with the base. And you can do the inside too if you want, because you are going to open it. As a matter of fact, I probably should do the inside this time. Also makes a great cookie. It's a good cookie shape. Great for suns, great for the moon. I love these deckled circles. You can just make so many things with them. Oh, and I was going to do the pink with the inside too. And we're going to stamp the sentiment on the inside. Now my other sample, or my other example, I stamped it in Flirty Flamingo, but I think I want to do either real red or black to kind of match the front of the card. So what do you think? Real red or black? See, here's the front. Should I stamp the sentiment in real red or black? It does look like a taco. You're right. It's the perfect taco. So what do we decide? Real red or black? I got one black. While we're deciding on that, you guys keep telling me. I'm going to glue the pink to the green. So I'm just going to put some liquid glue on the inside here. Oops, I got some on there. So we're going to glue that to the center of the Granny Apple Green. Center that. Now you can pick which one you want the front and the back to be, whichever makes you happy. Okay, I'm seeing black all the way across. So we're going to do black. Perfect. Thank you guys for making that decision for me. I love it when I don't have to make the decisions. Okay, and then we're going to do the pink. Now, whichever way is going to be the front, make sure your hearts are the right size up or the right side up. Because if you glue it like this and you want this to be the front, now your hearts are upside down. So put some liquid glue. Now, when you glue these pieces on top of each other, your card is not going to open all the way because it's going to hit resistance with these layers. So just know that going in that if you glue this flat, you're going to have resistance. See, you can see the paper's kind of picking up on itself when you try to open it. So I just kind of try to find like a happy medium of like not closed all the way, but not opened all the way. Because you won't be able to kind of open it all the way due to these layers, but it's still really, really cute. It looks like a little watermelon. It's a watermelon Valentine. Okay, so black it is for the sentiment. But isn't this just the perfect sentiment for your one in a melon? There's no one like you. That's basically the definition. There's no one like you. Aw, so cute. Okay. And then, oh, we need to sponge our heart. So let's get our pink out because we got to match everything, right? Let's sponge our heart. My heart is a sponge. Okay, so I've got my shading on my heart so that it kind of ties in with everything. All right, so now we're going to do the UR on our heart. And we want to use some washi tape to mask off some of the letters or some of the words. So UR, and then my heart we want to cover. We don't want any ink on that. So I'm just going to put washi tape across there. See that? So all we have is U and R. We're going to ink it up in black. Stamp, stamp, stamp. Ink, ink, ink. Take the washi tape off. Throw the washi tape away because it's going to be a mess. And I like to get a baby wipe and just make sure that I don't have black ink where it's going to hit my cardstock or my heart. And then I kind of clean them around the edges too. If you have a Q-tips will work really well for this as well. All right, so right about the middle of your heart, you want to stamp the UR. There you go, right in the middle. Perfect. Okay, clean this off. All right, so we're going to put our sentiment on the inside. There's no one like you. Making sure my heart's in the right direction. I'm gluing this to the right side. Believe it or not, my first one, I glued it to the wrong side. Had to take it off and erase all the adhesive. It was not fun. Okay, so there's no one like you. I love that. And then UR goes right here on the side. And you want the UR to just be right above the fold. Oh, don't put adhesive up at the top of your heart like I just tried to do. Only the bottom half, because that's the only part that's going to be glued down to the watermelon. Okay. Now let's go ahead and start spelling our sentiment here. So O for 1. And I want to make sure that it's not going above the fold. Come on. This is the tedious part, but less tedious because we did the adhesive sheets. One in, I think we're going to have to die cut this one more time. I think I need another N. And I only have 2. One in a cut out centers of layers. I don't know what you're asking. I don't think it would, because it's not just about the center. It's more about the crease in the center and about where the edges are glued down. Just trying to get this. I feel like I'm going down at an angle. So one in A. And then melon. M. And this is fun. Oh, and I want to do L first because I want to center the L and then kind of wrap the rest of the words evenly on both sides. So L is right here in the center. O. Right there. E. M. One in a melon, and I need another N. So let's see if I have another spare N floating around. I do. And I'll just put regular glue on him. One in a melon. So dang cute, you guys. I am in love with these little melons. I got a little adhesive I gotta erase. Okay, so there's our one in a melon. And then the only other thing we need to do is tie a little bow. Same real red ribbon that goes with the burlap. I just tied a tiny bow. Doesn't have to be very big. But I felt like the heart was kind of big and it was missing something. And we're just going to cut there we go. And stick that on a glue dot. And stick it in the corner of the heart. Cute. What a stinking cute Valentine. I love it. And they rock. It's the little things for me, you guys. I absolutely love it. I hope you guys were inspired by today's projects. I know I was. I had so much fun making them. And I'm in love with this paper. So let's draw a winner to see who our lucky crafty friend is that's going to win a pack of the Most Adored Designer Series paper, another free celebration. And then this is a value of $50, you guys. This is a great dang value. So And it's my thank you for watching me on Sunday and participating, commenting, and sharing my posts. So let's go ahead and share my screen. Thank you guys. Share. Okay, we got 31 entries with hashtag Watercolor Melon. So I'm going to hit the draw. Who's our lucky winner going to be? Amanda! Yay! Congratulations! You are my winner. I will get you this this pack of the Most Adored Designer Series paper. Yay! Okay, you guys have a wonderful week, and we will see you guys next week for more fun. I'm going to get ready. I have a daughter turning 21 this week, which makes a person feel old. That's for dang sure. But I'm going to have so much fun celebrating her legalization into the world. And I will see you guys next Sunday, and I'll tell you all about it. Okay, bye everybody.